What is going on, people? Welcome to the Midwest Mike Sports Show. I'm your host, Mike Klean, and I am joined here by the man, Midwest Mike. What's going on, buddy?
What's going on, brother? Another good night last night. Another good Monday.
Yeah.
Let's keep it rolling here today.
Another good
Big card
week.
today. Yesterday, card
Coming
was
off another good
disgusting
week.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it was finicky.
Yeah. We're going for our fifth straight week in the green this week. Got a good start, up 6.54 units last night. 6 days to go. And then we're going for our third straight month in the green, up 16.02 units on the month. And we're up 87.97 units in the last 22 days. We're hitting 100 tonight. 100 units in 23 days tonight.
Woo!
We're doing
You
it.
heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first.
Yes, sir.
I love it, man. For anybody that's watching, jump in the chat. As always, throw in your bankroll questions. Say what's up.
And I will have a 4 to 5 unit play of the week or play of the month today. So,
oh boy, you're just dropping bombs in the first minute and 50 seconds here.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have 5 plays for sure. For sure,
I love it.
It's gonna be tough to even trim it down to that, but yeah.
Now, one thing I did want to ask you, because we had a comment on it, and what's with all just the 3 units? It's everything's just 3 units.
I'm just doing my stronger plays. So rather, before I was doing 5-6 plays, 2 to 4 units type deal. I'm just doing my strongest plays. I'll still have 2 unit plays here and there. I almost did one on the Giants last night. But I just stayed away from it and, put out that lean and then had the other side in a parlay. And
right.
Should have rolled with it. But yeah, mainly everything now is, 3 units. There will still be some 2 units here and there, but
love it.
Yeah,
I love it, man. It's working.
It's working.
We got Big Mike in the house. Put some money on the Yankees last night, and we cashed it.
The Yankees came through, and I don't think
big time.
Maybe we're on them on that total, but I was going to say I don't think we were on them during their little 5-game losing streak either, which is nice. But we were on them on that one total that they didn't show up, and then the next game go off for 15 runs. But
yeah, I don't think we are. I mean, maybe a parlay piece on one of them, but probably not.
We've had a lot of that shit though lately. How we pushed on that White Sox over, and then the next day the White Sox actually show up and put up a bunch of runs. And same thing, the Yankees Cardinals don't do shit with shitty pitchers, and then the next day you got better pitching and they put up 15 runs. So it's just the way it goes sometimes. But
I would always call that when I was doing it if I was on a team, and then the read was good for the next day. Day late, dollar short.
Yeah.
Just it happens sometimes,
It's baseball, man. It's a long season. It's just the way it goes.
It is baseball, man. It is. We got Hunter Stewart in the house with a question. What tips would you say for bettors who are pro?
So, what kind of bankroll are you working with, Hunter? That'd be the first question I got. So you got a bankroll of about 2,500, is that right? Let me know that, and then I can get into it here.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have a starting number that they want to start with, but then they don't look at the total amount of bankroll that they're working with. You know what I mean? They're starting backwards.
Okay.
He says yes.
Yeah. So if you got 2,500 thereabouts, a unit should be 1%. So if you got around 2,500, then your unit size would be $25. And everyone's different. So like, honestly, I've been at 1,000 a unit now for about a year and a half. And I haven't upped it. And I finished up 250 units last year. I had a rough start to the year this year. Now, getting all that back here now, but it's up to you if you want to, increase your unit size or just, take the profits for a little bit. Everyone's situations are different. But I'd be consistent. I'd tail every single play, every single day. And proven that the last 3 weeks here, you'd be up almost 90 units and would have almost doubled your bankroll. $2,500 bankroll, you'd have close to $5,000 right now had you been on or started 3 weeks ago. So it's up to you. Everyone's situations are different, but yeah, if you need the cash, then keep it at 25 a unit. Pull out when you need to, but I wouldn't really pull out. You'd want to keep it at that $2,500 level so you consistently have 100 units. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe when things get good for you, then reinvest it in the bankroll. Don't pull it out. And then once you get up to that, even $4,000, you can bump it to 40, or when you get up to $5,000, bump it to 50. Because that's the whole name of the game, is getting your unit size up there. So the more units you make, the more money you make. So eventually you can be $1,000 a unit. Even when you have a 2-unit day, you made $2,000, not $50. You know what I'm saying? Even $100 unit. Okay. 2-unit day is $200. That's big money for $100 unit better. That's, especially when you're going to work, 9 to 5 every day for a couple hundred. And if you can double that, you know what I'm saying? Betting, shit, take 2 units every single day of the week, year round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, he never pulls out. Yeah.
Pulls out.
Yeah. That's exactly what you want to do, man, is keep growing the bankroll. Hopefully, I don't know how long you've been on, but hopefully you've been on for a little bit here and have been able to build it up. And then just don't increase it too early. That's a mistake a lot of people do. Or, oh shit, he's hot right now. I'm gonna start doing $7,500 units, even though I have $2,500, and then boom, you have a couple bad days, and oh shit, now I'm down to 10 units or whatever. You know what I mean? So just be consistent with it. Don't up it. You got to be consistent. So.
And a big thing is,
I'm hot, so I'm going to drop 10 units on every play today. No, it's not the way it works.
Imagine if you did, though. On one of those sweet days.
On a Friday, I might.
Could you imagine that? Oh my God. The 60-unit day. Be nuts. The one thing that I've experienced personally with upping the bankroll potentially a little bit too soon is, like Mike is saying, if you do up it, right, and then you have a couple down days, you immediately want to regress. Okay, now I got to go back. And then, well, now you almost say you went from, you upped it to 100, but you were 50 and you're down 20 units. Well, now you're almost down double, because now you're back down to $50 units. You know what I mean? So once you up it, you kind of want to stay there. Yeah. So that's the big thing about not doing it too early. And
then you have a 20-unit day, and then, oh shit, I should have been at $100 units, but I bumped it down to 50. You can't be doing that. It doesn't work.
It's all over the place, and not a good. It's just about staying consistent, man. I mean, we preach it all the time. It really, is.
Some people want to have a little extra padding. So, maybe, wait till you get to, $5,000 and then bump it up to $35 or $40 units, where you have more than 100 units in your bankroll.
Right.
That's all up to you, but you want to have 100 unit minimum bankroll. So whatever you're working with, you divide it by 100, and that's your max unit size.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a big thing that people are confused about. I know we had a couple comments on TikTok from the educational video we did yesterday. Maybe want to make a video responding to them, but I think people get confused about when to up, when is it too soon, what can I take out? Because a lot of people want to take the profits out and, go spend it where they want. They want to go to golf.
Well, it depends what you want to do.
Exactly.
Do you need the money, or do you want to reinvest it so you can up your unit size and make pretty much double? If you're doubling your unit size, you're making double the money. So you might have made 800 last week. Well, shit, keep all that shit in there, and then after you do up your unit size, that 800 now would be 1,600. So that's the name of the game, is getting the unit size up there. And then honestly, guys, I promise you, there'll be a day where you don't have to go to work. It's just getting that unit size up there. That's all it is. And I wish I know what I know now back when I was a lot of your guys' ages. Not all of you. Some of you are older than me, but I'm in my mid 30s, and I know there's a lot of younger guys in their low to mid 20s. And if I could do it over, fuck, I would have been not working by the time I was 25 years old. Seriously. Well, maybe not, because I probably wouldn't be as good as I am at this now. You know what I mean? But find, whether it's me or somebody else, you got to find somebody who's transparent, who's consistent, doesn't bullshit you, shows results. I was funny on IG today, Vegas Dave doing his video with no comments allowed, saying, I'm undefeated in MLB. I'm 74-0. We want to know how Vegas Dave does shit, guys. If, say there's, let's say the Blue Jays-Orioles game tonight, I'm going to send out the Blue Jays to half of you and the Orioles to the other half of you, so I can come on here and say I'm undefeated. That's what he does. He did it on the Super Bowl. He sends out half one side to half his clients, the other side to his other half of his clients, so he can say he's undefeated. That's how he does that shit. It's a fucking slime ball. Disgusting. The guy, I don't know how he sleeps at night. It's fucking bullshit.
Well, he sleeps in his 4 mansions.
But you know what I mean? That's fucked up, man.
It absolutely is. And you got to wonder in today's day and age, obviously we have the VIP portal on the website, and there's other people out there that have, whatever delivery system they do. The guy's still operating out of his Yahoo email, man. I mean, come on, Vegas Dave. I think it's like 1976 at yahoo.com. Come on now. What the hell is that? It's very interesting. Kevin,
Sean,
Mike, are all the plays yours?
Yes, all the plays are mine. How I look at a lot of different things. I'm sure you can tell some of the stuff I look at when I do write-ups and stuff. For example, like the Angels game yesterday, you look at Oakland versus lefties, I believe at the time. Well, now they're 7-21 in their last 28 games versus lefties. Irvin, his expected ERA was over 1.3 higher than his actual ERA. A good example is tonight on the Giants game, the Giants-Padres game. I don't have the numbers exactly in front of me, but Cobb has a way higher ERA than his expected ERA. He's been one of the unluckiest pitchers in baseball this season. His FIP, which is similar to an ERA, you can Google it, the Fielding Independent. All that shit is way lower than his actual ERA. And if you look at Musgrove, I think he's given up now 4+ runs now in 3 or 4 of his last 5 starts. He had a great first half of the season, but he's been getting rocked, and the Giants have been losing his starts, or not the Giants, the Padres. He just got paid now, and now some regression's hitting him. But that's type of shit you look at. The Sunday Night Baseball curse. I talked about it. I even put a half unit lean on it. Why I didn't play it, I don't know. Well, probably because they just traveled from LA to San Fran, so it wasn't like a big going from Tampa to Toronto or something like that. But I swear to you guys, teams that play on Sunday Night Baseball and then play on Monday, they lose every fucking Monday if they played on Sunday Night Baseball. Usually you have longer travel and all that stuff. But I started this, actually, I don't know if you remember it, but it was the Pirates versus the Dodgers. I posted a play, the Pirates plus 200 versus the Dodgers. Everyone thought I was smoking crack. The Dodgers played on Sunday Night Baseball. I hit the Pirates, and the Pirates won like fucking 8-1 at plus 200 dog. And ever since then,
I think it was the only play posted at the time too. It was like the first play that they posted.
There you go.
To play 1, Pirates plus 200.
People are like, "What the fuck is going on?" But I'm telling you, I if you go back and look, I'm sure it's missed a week here or there, but it hits a very, very high rate. So it's just picking up. To answer your question, each sport is different too. You got to look at different shit. There's, better resources for different sports and that kind of stuff. But I love baseball. Baseball's my best sport. NBA, we had a great NBA season as well. But MLB is my best sport. It's easiest to me because you got pitching matchups that you can look at and really break down. The lineups are pretty much the same through, minor changes here and there. A guy sits here and there or whatever, but that's not even that big of a deal. It's mainly the pitching matchups and bullpens and travel. And they just played the Rangers played 11 straight road games to open the second half of the season, and then they went home, and of course they're flat. It was their first game home in fucking 2 weeks. So it's just looking at different shit like that and handicapping. So that's what it comes down to. Yeah, got the MLB Futures bet, guys. I'll talk about this. I bet on the Dodgers a lot at the beginning of the year. We made money. They became my favorite team last season when I made a shit ton of money on them last season. And I watched probably 80% of Dodgers games, like almost the entire game, 80% of them. So I've seen a lot of Dodgers baseball. And to me, their starting rotation, hands down, not even close to anybody. Nobody can touch it. You're telling me the Yankees? Guys, I would rather have Gonsolin than Garrett Cole. I'd rather have Tyler Anderson than Garrett Cole. They got Kershaw. They got Buehler. Bauer, he's been suspended. Imagine if they still had him. You got Julio. Guys, nobody can touch their rotation. And the Dodgers are the first team since 1942, first team in about 100 years, to average over 5 runs a game and have an ERA under 3. The last time was I saw this on Sunday Night Baseball. The last time was 1942 Yankees, and they went to the World Series and lost to the Cardinals. I really think this is the Dodgers' year. They're the most consistent. Like you see the Yankees. I mean, the Dodgers went through one little cold spell this year and shit too. But their pitching guys, I don't know who the fuck their pitching coach is, but they make average pitchers into studs. You look at Gonsolin, you look at Tyler
Mark
Anderson.
Pryor?
Yeah, he's one of them. But I'm sure you know what I mean. They got yeah. But they make these guys into. Tyler Anderson was never that good before. Gonsolin, you didn't even know who the hell he was. You know what I mean? They turn these guys into studs, and they even got more studs. They got May's been hurt. Buehler's out. He'll probably be back for the postseason. He was a little shaky this year. But I just don't think anyone can touch their pitching. I mean, them and the Yankees are the top 2 offensive teams, but they're just consistent. I mean, you don't go like 30-5 in your last 35 games. You know what I mean? It's Freddie, and with the addition of Freddie Freeman, this guy he's so fun to watch. I mean, he's so consistent, dude. I think he's the MVP offensively. I really do.
Yeah.
That guy's fucking nuts, man. So
he's a professional hitter.
I love the Dodgers. I know the value is not great at plus 350, but I don't really give a shit. And how I did this. So obviously NBA season last year, I put in the Suns and I put in the Warriors in like November, thinking that one of those 2 teams would win the finals. The year before, we also were on the Suns. They made it to the finals. So 2 years ago, I had an NBA future, made it to the finals, which you had hedge opportunity there to at least get your money back. Last year, this past season, had Suns and the Warriors. We cashed 10 units on the Warriors, lost 1 point whatever units on the Suns. So we cleared, 8 point whatever units on the futures in the NBA. So this year, I'm doing the same thing. If there was a team to knock off the Dodgers, I think it's the Mets. So I did 1.6 units on the Mets to win 10 units because they're having a hell of a year. And if there's a year, it's the Mets year. They're gonna give the Dodgers a little run, but Mets or Dodgers. But I really think the Dodgers, and I know the value is not great at plus 350, but to me, in my head, I think it's almost free money. So I don't see the Yankees. I don't see the Astros. Just look at their pitching rotation. Who do they have pitching? I don't give a shit about Garrett Cole, guys. I just told you 3 guys I'd rather have than Garrett Cole, and they're all 3 on the Dodgers. They're all 3, and they're consistent. Everyone keeps thinking regression's coming with these guys. Gonsolin, he's had a little bit, but both these guys, Gonsolin and Anderson, they're like 13-1 with an ERA like fucking 2 or under. Like,
it's insane.
And they win every fucking start.
Yep.
And the bats, they're just. I think it's free money. I really do. I want to fly to Vegas and drop more on it, dude.
You might have to. You might have to.
Well, these are credit books, so I'm like maxed out on on what they'll let me do. So I want to get more.
Oh boy, got to get more. And not to mention the Rams in the NFL. Speaking of NFL futures,
yeah,
the Rams.
Yeah, and the Rams I got plus. It was the same odds in January, like in the wild card round or whatever, is the same odds as you could have got them in September, which made absolutely no fucking sense to me. But yeah. And I will have some NFL future stuff. We're going to do some videos this week, like season totals that I'll post and stuff like that. Excited for football. Preseason officially starts Thursday or whatever. Yeah. I know I was stupid and had that little small unofficial play on the Jags the other day, but we'll forget about that.
Never happened.
Fuck the Jags. Yeah, never
Fuck
happened.
the Jags. So unprepared. They
pathetic, dude.
They just look like the Jaguars, like they always do. I don't know. I think Trevor's going to have a decent year, though. I think they're going to be all right. And speaking of NFL. Throw it in here every show, but we have to plug it again in case we got some new viewers here. Every package that has been purchased weekly, monthly, or yearly from July 1st there to September 2nd is entered in the NFL primetime game giveaway. So you're making money.
Where are we going?
And you have an opportunity to go to the primetime game of your choice this NFL season. And Mike put it in the Telegram and chalkboard. There is a stacked lineup of some solid games. So if you're thinking about hopping on,
Sunday night, Monday night football game, flight, airfare, or airfare, hotel, ticket, all that shit.
Yep.
Take you out. You'll have a good time. Promise you that. Just ask John. He won the San Diego trip, and it was a blast, man. It was a blast.
Yes, the video is coming for that little vlog to kind of show you guys how we got down out there. And John sent us a video to put in there about his experience. So you guys will get a little taste of that and be like, hell yeah, I want in. I think a lot of people are even forgetting about the fact that every time their package either renews or anything like that, they're getting more entries into this giveaway. So,
and
it's gonna be fun.
We'll see here, but may do a Super Bowl something or other too. We'll see.
You are dropping fucking bombs today.
I want to go. I went last year. I want to go again. Fucking that SoFi Stadium is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I want to go to the World Series though too.
Yeah. That would be a blast.
Hopefully, go see Dodgers Game 4, the sweep game, 4-0 sweep. Oh yeah.
Gonna have to get you a personalized broom, man.
We're going to Game 4, the sweep game.
Mm-hmm. Think it's gonna be a sweep, huh?
Yeah, 4-1 maybe.
4-1 maybe. Give it to him, right?
Yeah. Gotta
well, then maybe want Game 5 win it at home.
Yeah.
They'll probably have home field, right?
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Brett Nelson, I guess I'm not really understanding what tiered system for memberships depending on unit size. Fill me in what you're saying there. I mean, if I guessed like different, like people have to pay different amounts depending on your unit size, or I'm not following.
I'm not too sure. Speaking of NFL futures, Mike,
And player props, yep.
And player props. You want to speak on that a little bit?
Yeah. So maybe I'll drop this in the Telegram or chalkboard to see how many of you do fantasy type stuff like that, or player props or prize picks, that type of stuff. Because if there is a demand for it, I can do some stuff like that. Just unofficial shit. I do prize picks every once in a while. I'm not huge into player props, just mainly because it takes time. If you really want to do it right, you got to study that. And when you're breaking the handicapping games, you run into some of that stuff. Like, for example, I listed off a bunch of Angels hitters last night that had a lot of success, versus Irvin, whatever. And Fletcher had a hell of a few of them had actually really good games yesterday. So like shit like that, but some stuff you actually got to specifically just look at player prop shit. You know what I mean? And there's different websites, there's different resources for that too. But if there's a demand for it, if you guys like that kind of stuff, I know NFL is different where it's just fun to do, even FanDuel, DraftKings, Prize Picks, all that stuff. So, but if there's a demand for it, I'll drop 1 or 2 lineups every Sunday or something if you guys want.
Yeah, and we can make
sweat
the
it out.
Videos fun too for them. If we want to get them out a little early, be fun. Do a little prize pick at, because everybody's playing fantasy football. I mean, you play fantasy?
I have the last few years, but not this year. I don't even talk to the people that I was in there with the last couple of years, whatever. Yeah.
we ought to start one for clients. Just we ought to have something, do something. Maybe we will do that. Lone Star saying,
so the World Series odds, they're usually never up once games start and are going. But it should be up between now and first pitch of the first game, and then you got to wait until after all the games are over, and then they come back up again. They should be up though right now. I don't know what book you're using or whatever, but if they're not up, they should be up soon, unless they're took it down to adjust something. But so Brett,
this is what Brett's saying about the tiered system.
Yeah, so kind of what I was thinking it was. Yeah, it'd be impossible to do that, and everyone would say they're a $10 a unit better to get it cheaper, and you know what I mean? It's just not possible. But the thing I can say is $225 a month. It shouldn't take too long to see a return. I mean, yeah, 10 units in a month at a $25 unit better. Yesterday alone was 6.54. You're over halfway there in one day. We're up 90 units pretty much in the last 23 days. Granted, every week's not like that. I know, I get it. But I think you're going to be seeing pretty consistent profits damn near every month, and way more weeks than not. So it should pay off for you, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But the main thing is, again, I preach it, be smart, be disciplined, keep growing your unit size so your ROI is better, so you can get your unit size up there. And then all of a sudden, 1 unit, and you pay for the month in 1 unit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I get it takes, a $10 unit better, a lot more to pay for a month or whatever, versus a, $1,000 unit better. You can, whatever, but you can pay for a year in one, one unit. So yeah, I get it, but biggest thing is stay disciplined, keep growing your unit size, and you make more money. So
Yep. And what I've seen too is a lot of the clients that are lower unit bettors, they'll start with, a daily win or a week, and then they'll win, and then they'll kind of turn, maybe they'll buy a week or two, you'll be up units, and then they'll reinvest that into a month, so a lot of people do like the climb up.
And what's funny is after a down day, we sell less dailies. After a good day, we sell a shit ton of dailies. We have lots of weekly, monthly, yearly, all that stuff. I'm just talking. It's just funny seeing this trend with dailies.
Mm-hmm.
And I always talk to Mike. I'm like, dude, I don't get it. I go, I'd be buying the shit if you're gonna do it like that. I'd be buying it after a down day, not after a 22 unit day, and then expecting me to do another 22 units back to back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't you like? So, but still, just be consistent. And when you buy, I mean, yeah, you can buy dailies, whatever, but buy at least a week. And just trust the process, man. And you'll make money and it'll pay for your next week or month or whatever. And just be consistent. So, because we hear it all the time. Well, I wasn't on for that the last 3 weeks. I was just on yesterday when you finished down 5 units. So this isn't going good for me. Yesterday was my first day. You finished. We didn't finish down 5. I'm just saying that, but. And then it's like, okay, well, had you been on the day before, we finished up 22. So that's not my problem. Like, you got to figure it out. So, and some
the
people
cherry picking game is very, very difficult to do.
Or hopping around to different cappers and shit. Like, okay,
see a lot of that
guy. Yeah. It's like, just
see a lot of that.
Be consistent. And I promise you, your bankroll will probably grow. But a lot of these guys don't do recaps with guys, which should be a huge red flag for you. If they're not posting some sort of recap every day or have results on their webpage, I would run far away. It's not worth it. Even if they're on a hot run, whatever, it's not worth it. If you're truly good at this shit, you will post recaps. You will post your results. Hands down, not a question. Why wouldn't you? Put yourself in my shoes. Why wouldn't you? If you're consistently good at this and make people money and shit, why would you not post your results? Why? Give me one good reason. It's because you don't have results. You're in the red. You suck. You lose money. You're down 100 units in MLB, but you keep throwing shit out there. Stop. Run away from that shit. It's not worth it. And most of these guys some guys charge $500 a play, and they fucking suck.
One play,
they fucking suck.
Yeah.
And that's why I think my prices are very reasonable, especially for the results. You're not going to find it any cheaper. I mean, $225 a month, guys. You're talking a little over $50 a week. If you're even a $25 unit better, that's 2 units, and it pays for your week. 2 units. That's one play. So
right. And another thing about if you're looking at other cappers and different things like that, if they only have like winning tickets up there, and I know, Mike, that's kind of your style, and we've taken some heat for that. Oh, you only post winning tickets. Yeah, I mean, that's your style, posting it. But if you look 3 posts later, there's the recap for the day. The losses are still accounted there. So if you see an Instagram page of just
Blue
green,
Jays minus 130, 3-unit loser, why the fuck would I post that? I still post recaps. But I already have to do enough posts just posting all these fucking winning tickets. I'm not gonna I'm already posting 5 times a day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna post 7 times to post 2 losing tickets too. Like, it makes no sense. And at the end of the day, this is still a business, guys. But I'm not being deceiving by only posting winners. If you can't read and find the recaps that are posted every single day, then that's on you. So if you can't find the results on the website.
Yeah. And not to mention one of the most detailed spreadsheets you're going to find.
Oh, yeah. And Action Network. You can find it on Action Network. You can find the recaps on Chalkboard. You can find the recaps on the Instagram, on the Twitter, on the website. I mean, very, very transparent. So make it very easy to find the results.
We want you guys to win. That's the biggest thing.
And I get off on fucking winning other people money, man. That's the shit that I love. I noticed the odds for your futures for the ALMDP have got way better. Yeah, they probably have. I put in, it was just a little sprinkle. I think it was like 100 and some bucks, or 0.1 units, 0.2 units on Vlad and Buxton or something for ALMDP. It was very low risk. I mean, 100, 200 bucks paid like 10 grand or something. So it was literally a a little sprinkle, 0.1, 0.2 units to win 10 units or something like that, I think. But that's up to you. I'm high on the Blue Jays on the second half this year. But as of right now, I mean, would Buxton, Vlad win it? Probably not. But
yeah,
like I said, it's a little sprinkle. A month is 225 right now. So daily's 20, weekly 75, month 225, and a yearly 1500. So, Brett, what state you in, by the way, Brett? But a book for a state that's not legal yet. For my parlays, I use Heritage Sports. Anyone can sign up for it. It's heritagesports.eu. I know they are taking new customers. It's on the front page of their site every single day. Personally, if you deposit and get paid out in Bitcoin, it's very slick. They do payouts 7 days a week, like clockwork. They have the best customer service. They'll give you your 8th deposit free. There's lots of perks. And that's why I've been with them for years, and that's why I continue to be with them. But they have great odds too, very sharp book, sharp lines. And you can do a lot of stuff. You can buy goals, runs, points. You can do anything you want. So, but I like it. It's not a credit book or anything like that, but I love the book. So, and that's what I use for parlays and stuff, and I love it. So,
and they're good for straights too, right? Everything.
Oh yeah, you can do everything.
Yeah. That's actually what I always tell people, like in the DMs and stuff like that. If they're asking, I'll say, hey, if you're on vacation or if you're looking for a offshore spot, just do the Heritage, and you might even stay with them and then do the parlays like you do, and you'll never miss a line. Realistically. Yeah. So it's
well,
good
and you
to
can
have
buy you can buy a half run and shit in baseball. Or you can buy more than that. You can buy 3 runs if you want, but there's stuff like that I do that I know some of you can't do, and that's why I'm with them for parlays. Their odds are better than the other books that I use. You can do all sorts of stuff. You can even parlay team totals. I know some of you can't do that. You can do all that shit there. So I love the book.
Definitely. We got Seth J. Fox in the house.
Yeah,
what
Seth
up?
DM'd me on Chalkboard last night too. Appreciate you, man. How long you been on, Seth? Few days.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. MLB slate tonight. You got anything free? You got anything you're gonna throw in for the show?
Not yet. I got to clear the portal here after the show. I will have a free play though. I'll get a free play video out there. Yeah.
Love it.
But yeah, nothing yet. I gotta clear the portal and then get working. I've worked some games, like I was talking about that Giants game earlier and stuff. Which that I'll just tell you, I don't know if it's going to be a play or not. Speaking of 2-unit plays, if it was a play, it'd probably be a 2-unit play. But I think the money line's plus 150, plus 160 right now. I like it. So that might not be my official free play or whatever. But for those of you watching, and it might not even be it's going to be a posted lean for VIP for sure if it's not a play. But you can risk 1.2, 1.3 units to win 2 units. And the Padres suck, man. They just once Tatis comes back, we'll see how he impacts the team. I actually like. I hate Manny Machado now. I think he's the John Morant of the MLB. But
and when you have that label for Mike, you guys don't understand the discomfort and dislike runs deep within his soul.
It just started when the other day they asked him about should you be concerned after the Dodgers getting swept or whatever, and his response is, "I'm fucking Manny Machado." And then yesterday he does a bat flip on a single. Get the fuck out of here, man! All these guys who think they're something and haven't done shit, just like John Morant. You haven't done shit, dude.
Money,
and
man.
The Wolves should have beat you. The Wolves fucking fucked themselves. You didn't beat the Wolves. The Wolves beat themselves. So
absolutely.
all these fucking guys that act like they're the GOAT and fucking I'm better than Michael Jordan. I'm 22, been in the league 2 years. Yeah, wait till you blow out your knee and you fucking never play a game again in your life. Like, dude, stay humble, man.
Well, yeah, I mean,
and he preaches
it's just
being
the money,
humble.
man. It's the money, dude. It's just all it is.
John Morant will be broke in 10 to 15 years. Mark my fucking words. The money line on that is minus 5,000. He'll be selling his cars. Fucking... Bro, I can't stand the guy. Seriously. Can't stand him.
You know what? I'm going to have to go on the opposite side of that bet because I think that his following and I think that his things that he's put in place as far as like his media presence and his content, I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be all right, even if he gets injured. Because he's not like Derrick Rose.
As long as he stays out of trouble.
He will. He will. I think it's an act, man. I think a lot of his shit's an act, you know. A lot of these guys act tough and they're getting their nails done on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Seth is friends with our guy Darian. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah. We were just talking about Darian last night. Yeah. Appreciate you.
They used to do their own show. Work got in the way.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Love the way you do things. Love it.
Appreciate it.
Love it. And the Padres equal the Clippers. What do you think about that? I think the Clips are going to be good this year, man.
I do too. They're going to be healthy. They got, was it John Wall now, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be fun to watch. And you know who I'm most excited for the NBA season? The Denver Nuggets to be healthy again. Jamal Murray, Porter June in the corner.
I don't know, man.
I can't wait.
I'm excited for the Wolves.
I can't wait. Yeah.
I don't know about this whole Rudy move, but
what the hell was that, man?
I don't know, man. At least they're doing something, but yeah, it's. And I don't like we got rid of Pat Bev. Now I'm gonna hate the guy. When he's on your team, you love him. When you're going against him, you hate that fucking guy.
You gotta.
That's Pat Bev, man. Yeah.
So and he's going to be raring up. He's going to be raring up for that T-Wolves game, no doubt.
So I'm on Instagram yesterday holding a goat in his hands, like with the little goat emoji.
But you know what's wild, dude? I mean, his performance in the play-in and in the playoffs, I mean, it got him a spot on ESPN. He was doing some different things over there. I mean, Pat Bev has turned into this,
I love the dude, man. Yeah.
It's great.
I love Pat Bev.
He's great.
But no, I don't think the Padres are going to be good. They're pitching. They never give Musgrove any support. He's struggling right now. Snell has played lately above, I think, I guess I'd have to look at what teams he's pitched against lately and all that shit. But the Padres' bats were quiet before this trade. Like, literally, this is nothing new. This has been going on for most of the year. And now you have all these, you literally tripled your payroll since 17. It was 70 million. Now it's in 22, it's 210 million. You tripled your payroll in 5 years. And I don't even know, they're tied right now for the wild card, maybe even down one game now. I don't think they're going to make the wild card unless Tatis really makes an impact. Seriously. They're going to be the laughing stock of the MLB. You go out and do all this shit, make all these moves, and you guys still suck and can't hit the ball. It's bad.
It is bad.
I'm glad the Dodgers didn't get Soto, man. And I don't like all these teams, that just spend the money. And if you spend the money, you can get anybody you want these days. You know what I mean? I hate that. I hate that aspect of it. So I'm glad the Dodgers didn't get Soto. But
doesn't Soto still have 2-3 years on his contract?
I think 2.
Yeah. So they got rights to him this year and then 2 more, right?
I think 1 more, maybe. I'm not sure. More. But
yeah.
Either way, you look at Soto's numbers this year, he's good, but I know his OPS is second highest to I forget who, but I don't know, man. $500 million?
Dude, we were talking about this when we were in San Diego with John. I mean, how much?
Maybe 20 years.
It's not the NBA. You know what I mean? How much do these Manny Machados? I mean, I understand they're good and everything. Their box
Yeah,
office,
these guys
they
get
bring
paid
people
and
in
they
the
think
stadium.
they're the shit, though. Like,
But how much do they really affect the game if you don't have a solid pitching staff? You know what I mean? I mean, baseball's not like basketball. It's just not.
but you still have to hit the fucking ball.
Exactly.
The last
I'm
couple
saying.
games, the Padres pitchers yesterday, the Padres, they gave up 1 run, and they couldn't score a fucking run. Remember that game we were on the over where 8-1 they scored their 1 run in the ninth inning? The Padres, you take that 1 run off the board in the ninth, they would have scored 0 runs in 3 out of their last 4 games. Fucking pathetic. After you make this trade, no fucking excuse for that. None.
Well, they all seem just from watching them, they all seem like they got a smirk on their face, and they're just all very just cocky about the whole thing. Yeah, like we're gonna
And I
win.
think
Like,
I think they care about themselves, just like Manny Machado's response. I'm fucking Manny Machado. That wasn't the fucking question. It's, are you guys concerned after being swept by the Dodgers? Like, you know what I mean? And then he's just all
and
about
should be.
himself. I don't give a fuck. I'm Manny Machado. I got millions. I can fucking hit the ball. Blah blah.
Well, the Dodgers, they don't operate like that, man. They're a bunch of big names, but I mean, they seem like humble individuals that are about the team first, and that's why they win. You know, that's why they win.
And they're gonna win the World Series. Get your fucking futures bet in. Let's go.
$47,000 future, man. It's wild, 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 wild. Seth saying he thinks the Heat are gonna go deep. I like the Heat a lot.
Yeah.
Love the Heat. And I'm very sorry about your clown show in LA, man. Westbrook.
Oh,
Westbrook.
man.
Don't get me started on the guy.
Oh, God.
Please don't. We need a whole show just of me ranting.
Raphael, is it smart to put extra on play of the day games? No. Stick to the unit structure. If it's a 3-unit play for 3 units. 4-unit play for 4 units. As long as you're doing that and have a unit system, have a unit structure, you're consistent with that. You know, on the PODs, if you put an extra unit, sure. But I know a lot of people aren't disciplined, and what they take by that is, I'm just going to put a shit ton on the POD. I'm not going to play every play. I'll play, and start doing their own shit. And that's all on you then at that point. So,
right.
I only can tell you what to do. I can't force you to do it. So I'm just telling you, if you want to be successful, if you want to quit your job 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now, this is how you do it. So it's up to you now. And it's really easy. Literally, you buy the packages, you put in the plays that I do, you sit back, you don't do anything extra. You sit back, you collect, and then, if depending on your unit size, your bankroll, that stuff, in a matter of years, you can quit your job.
It's as close to passive as you can get, because there's no such thing as passive income. There's really not.
Just think, if you were a $1,000 unit bettor last year, I made 250 units. You would have made $250,000 from home last year as a $1,000 unit bettor. I know I had a rough start to the year this year, but when you consider I quit my job January, I was with another. I had another company, and then we had to dissolve that. I had a partner. It was a bad deal. Just all the shit that I had going on at the time. Hopefully you understand a little bit, but I feel like I'm back now, getting the volume figured out, getting just the structure we have right now is working. I'm not going to change it. Not doing 6 plays, doing, 4, but playing them for bigger, just the shit I like the most, and not doing as many parlays. Some days I've had 5, but we've been making money on parlays. Parlays of the day are up like 50 units, literally.
It just hit over 50.
Guys, and these parlays of the day are 3 and 4 team parlays. I'm not putting out 2 team parlays and bragging that I'm up 50 units on them. They're 3 to 4 team, sometimes even 5 team parlays.
The lines you're given.
Yeah, and I'm up 50 units on parlays of the day, guys. Yeah. So we're going to keep cruising here. As I said, I've been very open about it. It was a rough start to the year. Just had a ton of shit going on. It's not an excuse, not making excuses. I'm just very open and transparent and honest with you. So hopefully you can respect that.
And the results are showing as well, and staying away from the highly juiced plays on the straights has been a big thing, a part of like the down days, because if you guys have noticed, the down days are limited and the up days are big, and that's really just the name of the game. It's bigger upswings than down, and the system is working. We're not just on here talking about it. Oh yeah, we're gonna, blah 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 blah. It's 85 units in 21 days. Its results are showing on this, so we'll keep it rolling.
And another reason to be consistent, guys, last week, I actually only had 2 up days and 5 down days. The 5 down days were minimal. We're talking 2 units here, 4 or 5 units here, whatever. But we had a almost 11 unit day Monday and a 22 unit day on Friday. So that is exactly why you need to tail every single day, every single play. We only won 2 days last week. I wasn't happy with last week, but we still finished up over 10 units, guys. Or about 10 units, 9.82 or whatever it was, which is actually a solid week. So you're not going to get that though by picking and choosing days, okay? Because you don't know when that 20 unit day is coming. There's sometimes cards I'm like, I don't know about this, man, and fucking will blow off 20 units. And then there's cards that I love today's slate and I finished down 6 units. It's gambling. It's just how it goes sometimes. So you never know when those big days are going to come. You be consistent, you're going to make profits. So
And the one thing I'll say about the maybe putting a little extra on the play of the day or parlay of the day or whatever people want to put a little extra on, the only way that you get the same results as Mike, or very close to, because I know depending on your book, some people can have higher juices here and there or whatever, but the only way you do that is if you just follow it the way that it is said. 3 units is 3 units, or whatever that is for you. Tail it that way, because if Mike's up 20 units on the month and you're only up 10, well, that could be because you put a little extra on the plays that went down. So just think about it in long term, long game here. How is my month going to end opposed to Mike, especially if you're on monthly, because there's no real excuse that you shouldn't be extremely similar or the exact same as Mike. So, Mark, last question here. Sprinkle of money on JT.
What are the odds on it? I haven't looked at any MVP stuff for NFL or anything yet, but curious to see what the odds are on it.
You think a running back's going to get it finally? It's all quarterback. It's basically the quarterback award.
I mean, Josh Allen, I think, is the favorite, isn't he?
Yeah, I think Tom's right behind him. I think Josh is like 700 and Tom's like 900.
Tom ain't winning it.
Dude, he was fucking close last year, man. He got robbed.
I think Bucks and Packers season totals, I'd probably go under. I have no idea where they're at right now.
Bucks and the Bills are both at 11.5. They're the 2 highest.
Bucks under all day.
Yeah, you think?
Day. Yeah, I do.
Really?
I do. I'd have to look at their schedule and shit and all
it's
that
hard
before I say officially.
It's one of the hardest schedules in the league. Yeah, it's insane.
Here, let's just pull it up quick before we go off here.
Okay.
The Packers too, dude. The NFC North got weaker. The Vikings, I think you can get their season totals like 8.5, 9. I love
the Vikings. I love the Vikings.
I think they might even win the division.
I do
I'm
too.
not high on the Packers this year, dude.
I'm not either. I like the under on the Packers on their season total. Yeah. But Mark, plus 5,000 for JT.
Okay. The Bucks got Cowboys, Saints, Packers, Chiefs. There's no way they maybe split those.
I mean, they're going to beat the Cowboys. How are the Saints going to look without Sean Payton?
In Dallas, week 1, anything can happen, man.
Come on. Dallas is a joke.
In New Orleans, and then they got the Packers at home, Chiefs at home.
Win.
That Chiefs-Bucks game, I want to go to that. That's a primetime game. Hey, win the trip. Let's go.
Yes.
Falcons, the Steelers, the Panthers, Ravens I'm really high on this year. The Rams, Seahawks, Browns, Saints, Niners, Bengals, Cardinals, Panthers, Falcons. Yeah, no way, dude. Under all day.
So what do you think? What do you think? 3 or 4 seed? You don't even think they get the bye?
They ain't gonna win 12 games, dude. They ain't gonna win 12 games. Not a chance. Yeah. Not a fucking chance. It's not gonna be close.
Well, you got the extra game now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's gonna be tough, man.
I don't think so.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough season for them. And I was very upset about the schedule, but one last run for Tom. One last run. What about the Raiders? What do you think about the Raiders?
I like the Raiders. I like the Chargers. I think that that division is tough, man. Because aren't the Bengals in there too? You got Bengals or
no? Bengals are in
Chargers.
Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, and Broncos.
Oh yeah. The Chiefs, yeah, dude. Those are 3 fucking teams that can be high on this year for sure. The Chiefs, not as much. I don't know. We'll see.
I think it's going to be a tough NFL season, man. I was looking at some of these teams and some of these schedules and just, starting my, I like to do my own thing for NFL too. And just prepping for it. I think there's going to be a lot of very even 500 teams, man. I mean, it just seems to be like that weird year. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be many runaway teams. I don't.
I can't wait for teasers too in NFL, dude.
Oh.
Last year was on like a fucking 21-4 primetime teaser run. Literally every primetime game had a 7-point teaser side in total, and we just fucking crushed it.
Smacked them. Yes, sir.
Josh Allen, then Herbert. Yeah. I love Herbert, man. He's fun to watch.
He is. But what about JT at plus 5,000?
Maybe worth a sprinkle, but I think the odds of hitting are probably pretty low. But
he's got Ryan now, which should open things up for him. Offensive line still doing his thing.
Yeah,
the Colts should have made the playoffs last year.
Dude, don't even get me started on that shit. You even were at the one game that fucking Wentz fucked me.
Yeah. The one time I was rooting against you, I went, it was actually on my birthday on the
Bucks-Colts game.
Bucks-Colts game. Got to see Tom. I'm so happy I got to see Gronk because the other 2 times that I saw Tom were the Patriots against the Packers. And I think Gronk was hurt those games. So I actually got to see Gronk play, which was great. But yeah, I mean, that comeback was
he'll be back in a few weeks.
I hope so.
7,
oh, God, I hope so.
Didn't his girl say that she thinks he's going to come back too?
I don't know. I didn't see that, but I did see his agent. His agent said that he wouldn't be surprised if Tom gives him a call. I mean, it's typical Gronk, man. He's taking his CBD oil, resting up. He's, that punctured lung last year, I think, really opened his eyes. Like, I am not in my 20s anymore, So I don't know. We'll see. I hope he comes back because that lineup is stacked with a bunch of veterans that need a ring. So
yeah.
Let's see how it works out. But that concludes today's show. Mike, you got any closing notes?
No, I'll have if you're VIP, let's run it back. Let's keep building on the month of August. Let's make it 5 straight weeks in the green. And if you're not VIP, I'll have a free video play posted for you here in a little bit. So
beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys make the show what it is. Last comment here. I'm going to put it in here. Pat Spade, do you suggest I start out with a week with you guys?
MLB's been red hot, Pat. Up 87.97 units in the last 23 days, all in the MLB. I'm up 185 units in MLB in the last year. And like I said, almost 90 in the last 3 weeks. So I would start out with a week and then let us know how it goes, man. And obviously, if it's going good, let's keep it rolling. So
yes, sir.
We're going for our 5th straight week in the green, 3rd straight month. So we're heating up now. So the time is to hop on for sure.
Absolutely. Jump on, Pat. I want to see your name in our orders that come in soon. All right. Everybody have a good one. Always remember, invest wisely and live free.